Jojo Siwa's career has taken a turn no one expected, and it happened fast. From a child star everyone loved, to now making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Her attempt to grow up in the spotlight is crashing, and it's not just about her image anymore. Everything is falling apart. We're going to break down exactly what happened, the big mistakes she made, and why it's getting worse by the day. Stick around, because this isn't just the end of Jojo's fame. It might be the biggest downfall we've seen from a former star. Jojo Siwa's attempt to move away from her kid-friendly image has been nothing short of chaotic. She went from bright bows and bubbly energy to something completely different, and her fans aren't buying it. In some performances, she's been seen touching herself on stage and humping objects, which feels uncomfortable and forced for someone whose brand was built around a young audience. Instead of evolving naturally, her drastic change is leaving fans confused and alienated. What makes things worse is Jojo's inability to fully commit to this new identity. She's tried to keep remnants of her past, like the teddy bears in her hair, but it only comes off as awkward and cringe. This half-hearted approach has made her rebrand feel like a messy identity crisis, rather than a bold new direction. Her old fans, who grew up with her, now cringe at her desperate attempts to stay relevant, and the internet has been relentless in mocking her every move. Whether it's her awkward performances or strange fashion choices, Jojo seems completely disconnected from the person her fans once loved. Every move she makes now feels like a cry for attention, and it's pushing her further away from the star she once was. Jojo Siwa's video for Karma was supposed to be her big breakthrough, a way to show the world she had evolved beyond her teen star days. But instead of sparking admiration, it became a complete disaster. With 3.1 million dislikes and counting, it's officially the most hated video of 2024. It's not just the bad reception that stands out, it's how Jojo reacted to it that raised eyebrows. Rather than addressing the criticism or even trying to improve, Jojo embraced the hate in a way that seemed out of touch. She publicly celebrated the dislikes, as if the backlash was somehow part of her plan.
So a list just got released of the most disliked music video by a female artist on YouTube in 2024. Here we go. 4th place, we have Yes And by Ariana Grande with 290,000 dislikes. Coming in hot at number 3, we've got the brand new Women's World by Katy Perry with 330,000 dislikes. Number 2, second place overall, we have Fortnite by Taylor Swift with a whopping 350,000 dislikes. And your number 1 first place overall goes to Karma by Jojo Siwa with an astonishing, record-breaking 3.1 million dislikes. You know, I am the only person that can say I beat Taylor Swift on a list of something. I'll take it.
But here's the thing, nobody's buying it. Her reaction made it seem like she's in denial about the state of her career. And it wasn't just the video that suffered. Karma's bizarre choreography and over-the-top visuals felt more like an attempt to shock than to entertain. It was a far cry from the charm that made Jojo famous, and instead of pushing her career forward, it pulled her deeper into controversy. When your biggest achievement is being the most disliked artist of the year, you know something's gone seriously wrong. Jojo Siwa's shift in style has been another major point of confusion for her fans. Gone are the bright bows and colorful outfits that defined her brand. Instead, she's showing up in bizarre, over-the-top outfits that make people wonder if she's lost her sense of direction. Take her recent appearances, outfits that look like they were thrown together for shock value rather than any real fashion statement. From fur-covered outfits to exaggerated, almost comical costumes, it feels like she's trying way too hard to get people talking. And it's working, but not in the way she probably hoped. People aren't praising her for her boldness. They're mocking her, questioning whether she's deliberately trying to ruin her image. The worst part is how disconnected she seems from the reaction. While Jojo may think she's being edgy or different, her audience sees it as another desperate attempt to stay relevant. The internet isn't being kind, with memes and criticism flooding social media every time she steps out in public. Instead of evolving into a new style icon, Jojo's fashion choices have become another sign that she's struggling to find her place in this new phase of her career. Every outfit screams for attention, but none of them seem to say anything meaningful. Jojo Siwa's trip to Poland added yet another strange chapter to her unraveling career. After her song Yesterday's Tomorrow's Today got some minor attention, she claimed it was blowing up in Poland. She even hinted at talks with Eurovision about representing the country, while suddenly embracing her Polish roots. But none of that was true. The song wasn't charting, and Eurovision quickly dismissed any connection with Jojo. It was a bold claim, and when the truth came out, it just seemed like another desperate grab for attention. Her actual trip to Poland? That didn't help either. Jojo posted endless TikToks, dancing in the streets as if she were some cultural phenomenon. But the response from viewers was brutal. People were practically begging her to stop. Comments filled with mockery and frustration painted a clear picture. No one was buying her attempt to create a Poland arc for herself. This wasn't about connecting with a new audience. It was about trying to salvage relevance in a situation that was slipping out of her control. Jojo Siwa has never shied away from responding to her haters, but lately, it seems like she's feeding off the negativity more than ever. Instead of focusing on rebuilding her image, she's leaning into the hate, almost embracing the backlash as part of her new persona. Her TikTok is filled with sarcastic responses to mean comments, some of which cross the line into pure cruelty. In one instance, she even responded to a comment from someone wishing she'd been hit by a passing truck. Rather than ignoring the obvious nastiness, Jojo gave it attention, making a joke out of it. But here's the thing. By engaging with this kind of negativity, she's only inviting more of it. The internet doesn't see her as someone confidently brushing off the hate. They see someone desperately trying to stay relevant by any means necessary. It's as if Jojo is stuck in a loop, where she can't escape the negativity because she keeps feeding it. Fans who once defended her are now growing tired of the constant back and forth with haters. It's not just damaging her public image, it's making it harder for her to rebuild any credibility. As bad as things look for Jojo Siwa right now, there's still a chance she could turn things around. Despite all the backlash, she's shown glimpses of what made her popular in the first place. Every now and then, she puts out content that reminds people why they liked her. Whether it's a well-choreographed dance video or a genuine moment where she's not trying too hard. The support is still there, buried under all the criticism. Her fans seem to respond well when she's being authentic and not chasing trends or trying to shock the world. If Jojo stopped the attention baiting, toned down the over-the-top persona, and focused on content that feels real, she could begin to repair her damaged reputation. It won't be easy though. The internet doesn't forget, and it's hard to shake off the kind of negative attention she's been getting. But if she can make a genuine shift back to her roots, there's a chance she can win back her audience. The big question now is, will she actually do it? Jojo's situation may seem like it's at the point of no return, but there's always a chance to turn things around. The real question is, will she make the right move before it's too late? Fans have shown they're still willing to support her when she's being authentic, but the clock is ticking. If you want to see how another young star's empire is facing its own challenges, check out my video on Ryan's World. It dives deep into the struggles behind the scenes and what might be the end for another major figure in kids' entertainment. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this, and let me know in the comments. What do you think Jojo's next move should be?